Hello again, BookTube. Finally, I have read The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. I read this book in about 10 hours, which when you say it like that sounds like a lot, but what it actually means is that I bought it in the afternoon, came home, started reading it, and then didn't put it down until 1:33 in the morning because it was just so good I had to know everything now. It's a universe that I really enjoyed getting lost in. I connected with some of the characters, but most importantly, it didn't just have one main character, it had a whole crew. It's like a little family unit, and it follows this work crew together and shows the strong bonds between work colleagues and how they become family, especially when they're all in like a small ship in the great expanse of space. It's science fiction, very much science fiction. It has really cool concepts in it. So the ship that they are crewing is built to tunnel through space, so it kind of like builds highways and portals between sections of space, and there are multiple different ways that it does this. They get this one big job, and that's basically what this book is about. So they're kind of like a group of construction workers all pulled together to form this team who go out and do a job together, and it's just fantastic. It's magnificent. The book is written so, I want to say easily, not in a way that makes it simple, but in a way that really draws you in, and just it flows in your mind and you just read it like eating cake. I like it because the main character that you start off with doesn't necessarily end up the one that you follow the most. A lot of books try and do this, and I have a lot of time where I'm like, yeah, but what about our main girl? What about her? Whereas in this book, there wasn't one section where I was like, why is this about this character? It really seamlessly switched which character it was following, and that made me follow the story instead of the character, and I really liked that. Back to the tunneling thing, it made me think about space-time and what it's actually physically made out of. And well, not what it's made out of, but what it looks like, what it would look like to be inside of space-time and being manipulating the actual physicality of space-time, which is a concept that obviously I can't comprehend, but I love trying to. I love that whole physics thing because I don't understand any of it, and I have no intention to study or anything like that, but then I'll read a book that has these concepts in it, and I won't know if they're even possibility of being true, but I will absorb it and think about it and just really enjoy that whole process. And this book does that really nicely. I really enjoyed the interpersonal, interspecies relationships that they've got going on. The crew is made up mostly of humans, but there's only like 5 or 6 people, so there are a couple of aliens in there too, quite a few actually, and it just explores what it's like to be different. I think there's a great accuracy in finding the similarities between the different species of aliens, and it shows that it's kind of a multicultural, multi-species universe out there, and it really explores the themes that would come up with that really well, I think. One of the main characters is an AI, and that's really cool. It's this one character who, look, it's hard to explain, but their species has a virus, and that virus becomes part of who they are, and then they become a plural, so they are one person physically, but they are also a pairing, so the virus and the body become one, so they call themselves they, and they are a plural, and it just seamlessly explores that, which is so nice. Oh, it explores all sorts of gender things, and of course aliens aren't going to have the same sort of genders as us, and it opens up my mind to this world of concepts. Like, it's a very mind-expanding thing that's done in a way that I think is relatable. I went into this book 100% not knowing anything, even though I've been meaning to read it for quite a few years, and I see people talking about it out there. I'm always like, no, and don't get any spoilers or anything from it, which I found a great thing. But I was kind of expecting it to be, I don't know, more of a YA or more of a drama. I want to thank, I'm sure you don't watch my videos anymore, you've completely disappeared, but I want to thank Martha Rose? I want to thank Martha Rose for recommending it to me when it first came out a million years ago, and then also a couple of other friends since then have reiterated that it was such a good book and I would like it a lot, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get here, but finally I have. If anyone has any other recommendations for books similar to this, I would love to hear them. Another thing I really like about this book is its cover. I've been doing a lot of astrophotography recently, and the silhouette in front of it is just, it's beautiful. Oh, the guy in the bookshop was right. I did enjoy this read, and I've already started reading the second one, A Closed and Common Orbit. Becky Chambers is amazing. I'm only like, I don't know, 5 pages into this book, and it picks up right where it left off, and that just made me really happy. I'll be doing a book review when I finish this one, no doubt, which will probably be a few days instead of 10 hours, simply because I already know the universe and I'm already drawn in, so I'm gonna be happy to float around in it for a little bit longer. And I know the next book comes out soon. I think the guy said it was in a couple of weeks. He had an advanced reader copy and he'd already read it and he was very excited. I just want to thank everyone who is currently watching my videos. I'm grateful, you know, for this platform to exist. I'm so glad YouTube is a thing that I can finally feel brave enough to be a part of, and I don't want that to go away. So I'm going to try and upload content as much as I can, and I'm going to get back into reading because being absorbed in this universe was just such a good feeling and I miss that. I'm going to get back into finishing the Lightbringer series as well. I'm on book 3. I'm still halfway through and I just haven't gotten back absorbed back into the storyline recently since I put it down a few months ago. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. How do you turn this thing off?